first story I'm going to be reading is Danger Worm. Worms live underground. They live in the earth and they tunnel all day long. Worms are happy with their life in the soft brown earth. Worms help to make the earth good for flowers, grass and for plants to grow. It's better to stay underground, Papa Worm always told his children. There are dangers in worms up there. What dangers? Little Worm wanted to see the sun, the flowers and the world. Dangers, that's all Papa Worm ever said. He told the little worms to stay underground and play in the tunnel all day long. Little Worm decided. So Little Worm peeped out and looked up at the bright blue sky, so lovely and not brown. Little Worm was happy, but then a big black bird swooped down. Oh no, danger. Little Worm tunneled back down as fast as he could. Papa Worm shook his head. Number one danger is birds, Little Worm. I told you so. Little Worm decided that he had never mentioned birds at all, so he decided to try again. Little Worm peeped out and looked at the green grass was all around. She heard a funny noise. Croak, croak, croak. What is that funny green thing? Little Worm smiled. But the green frog hopped nearer. Little Worm tunneled back down as fast as she could. Number two danger, that's frogs. Papa Worm shook his head. Little Worm decided to watch out for birds and frogs, and she tunneled back up to the green field. This time, the field was clear, no birds, no frogs, but she heard happy children playing. I've heard about children, Little Worm said. They don't eat worms, so I'm safe. But children can't see tiny worms as they run and jump and play. Oops, Little Worm saw a big boot coming her way. She tunneled back down as fast as she could. Number three danger, that's children. Papa Worm told her. They don't look where they are going and they don't see worms. I think I'll stay here, Little Worm decided. But when night came, she started to feel brave. No birds, no frogs and no children at night, so no danger. Little Worm tunneled up to the green field yet again. So pretty with the stars and the bright moon, she smiled, and no danger in sight. Then a big, bright owl swooped down, his eyes shining bright in the night. Little Worm tunneled back down as fast as she could. Danger number four, owls. Papa Worm shook his head. There are far too many dangers for little worms up there. Why don't you just stay put? But Little Worm wanted to spend just a little time in the grassy field. I love that blue sky, those pretty flowers, the moon and the stars. It's not fair that I can just take a peep. But Little Worm wanted to spend just a little time in the grassy field. I love that blue sky, those pretty flowers, the moon and the stars. It's not fair that I can't just take a peep. Papa Worm was thinking. There is a good time for worms. Just before the early morning, the owls are sleeping, the frogs and the birds are sleeping, and the children are dreaming in their beds. That's the best time, between night and early morning, no danger time. So that's what Little Worm did. She tunneled up between the night and the day. The moon was still bright, the fireflies were buzzing, and the early morning sun was just around the corner. Perfect. Little Worm smiled and looked up at the very late night sky. No danger, just little sparkling fireflies to keep me company.